Merry Christmas, Muggle with a Mic
Merry
listeners.
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Fragile.
Are you ready for Christmas?
Are you ready to rumble for Christmas time?
Uh, it seems like it can't be Christmas time. The year flew past.
No, I saw a meme on Facebook and it said it was basically teasing that we still feel like it's 2020.
Yeah,
And when it was 2020, we said it still felt like it was 2019.
yeah. I'll tell you, it went by fast. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, for the listeners, you can't tell. So go to our YouTube channel so you can see all of Phil and my decorations for Christmas. But we're all decked out in Christmas attire and Christmas decorations in our individual recording areas. Phil was telling me about. Can you point out the alien reference in your decorations?
Oh, yeah. I have my little chest burster up on my skeleton.
And he's decked out
Yeah,
for the
yeah. He
holidays.
is. He has his own little Santa hat and beard. He
Oh
gets it
yeah.
every year. Yeah. So,
And I need to clarify, I'm wearing a Gryffindor scarf, although we're both Hufflepuff.
yeah. I have a Hufflepuff scarf. I need to go
Go get
find
it.
it.
Go get it. I'll edit it.
I, I'm
It's
not
well,
sure.
it's all
It
the way
might.
over there.
Well, I'm trying to think where it is. It might take me a hot minute
It's okay.
to
Well,
get it.
I'll Photoshop it in.
Okay.
Okay. But no, so I am Hufflepuff, but I got this long before, I chose Hufflepuff. How about we also show off, since we're all in the visual portion of the episode, why don't we show off our holiday mugs? What's yours, Phil?
Mine is Darth Vader. It says Merry Sithmas, and he's got his stockings hung up, and he's in front of the fire and the piano. And I just wonder if the sheet music is the Imperial March. You
Dun
can't really
dun
read it,
dun
but that would
dun
be a
dun
nice
dun
touch.
dun dun.
Yep.
Merry Christmas to you, to you. All right,
All
I
right.
like that. My mug is on theme with my outfit. It is
Oh, very nice.
a Hogwarts
Uh,
cauldron mug.
Cauldron. Yes, very nice.
Got the seal on there, and it's got
That's
hot chocolate in it.
where did you find that mug at?
I believe my sister gifted it to me for one of the
Ah,
holidays. Also,
nice.
since I'm in the giving mood right now, I need to give her props because she gave. I'm not going to say well, I'm going to say it. She gave me a hard time because I didn't give her props on the last episode because she came up with the Epic Gamer Showdown titles for each category.
Oh, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, but she was like, "You didn't mention on the
Which
episode."
which which sis was that?
Oh, it was Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. Okay.
Sarah came up with Muggle with a Mic and the Epic Gamer Showdown categories.
Well, thank you, Sarah. It was awesome.
There, now she can't be mad at me anymore. I think Shang-Chi, including me, had 8 people in it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But mind you, that was the last week it was out. I think it was
Okay.
literally the last day it was out.
Yeah.
So if you are hesitant about going to the theater, don't go opening weekend. Go the last weekend and maybe you'll feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
More popcorn for you, too.
Oh, the police coming to get you.
Could you hear that?
Yeah.
It's just our podcast is so good, it's criminal.
Yeah.
We're being arrested for too
Yeah.
entertaining content.
Would you say or a smooth criminal?
Dun 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 bum ba-da-dum bum ba-da-dum bum psh, dum. Alrighty.
All right.
Speaking of
Yep.
that, how can we transition?
Well, you have movie news, so
Nothing can beat this next topic. We can't beat
yeah,
it.
there you go. A price of a ticket, depending on where you're at, say it's $10. They don't, the studio doesn't get all 10. They may get like 5 because the theater gets some.
The ghost of Christmas present is here because something moved in this room and I don't even know what it was. It could have been the Christmas lights. We'll see.
It was Nearly headless Nick.
Yeah.
Or G, or yeah, or Peeves.
Peeves. Jeeves,
Yeah,
ask Peeves.
Peeves. Ask Peeves.
All right, Star Wars, there's exclusive Boba Fett gear coming for the holidays, and it's better than Beskar.
What?
You heard about this? It is a very nice looking jacket, but do you know how much it's made by Columbia? You know how much they're charging for it?
No, I'm sure it's off the hook, off the chain.
Off the what's those
Chizane. Off the
Chizane?
Chizane.
It's off the whatever. It's $450 for one jacket.
Oh.
And all of the men's jackets are sold out, and there's women's jackets available online. But it's a pretty cool looking jacket.
I think they did, and it may not have been that company, but a few years ago they did a Han Solo themed
Mm-hmm.
jacket. Whoa,
Yeah.
that is pretty cool. That's cool, but not $450 cool.
Not at
You know,
all.
I
No.
don't think that's. I don't think that would be worth $450.
And I think like some
But
people
they know
are
people because it says Star Wars. They'll know people will pay for it.
oh yeah, and I think that some people are even buying them like they did with the Cabbage Patch dolls in '88. They're buying them and selling them like Dwight does,
Yeah,
and for like $1,000.
yeah,
But
and
I
that's
mean,
why we can't. Oh, I do like the sleeves. I like the fingerless gloves in it.
oh that yeah, yeah. But it's just that's
Yeah,
that's just too darn loud.
and that's why we can't have nice things because you get people that they'll have a new Xbox come out or a new PlayStation. They're hard to get, and someone will buy like 20 of them and then sell them for a
And
thousand dollars
the
on.
other thing is, we should almost stand up and say we're not paying this for it.
Yeah,
It did not cost you $450 to make this jacket. You can pay it. You can charge a little more for it, but don't be charging a
yeah.
kidney.
Obviously they can though because they did and they sold out. So
Yeah.
hey, I guess more power to them. Yeah, I would rank them, and then I mean I like who's the other actor? I like him, but
Andrew.
and yeah, Andrew. I mean I like him, but I did honestly I didn't really go see those at the theater.
Okay.
At the time, I was just kind of like, man, like we just did a trilogy of Spider-Man movies.
It
We did
is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, and and then they wasted a whole movie doing his origin story again. It's just like,
Yeah.
wow, you're really gonna waste a whole movie. Everybody knows how Spider-Man became Spider-Man, and we just had a trilogy, and you're just gonna do a whole movie retreading all that. And Marvel handled it right when they brought in Tom.
Mm.
They just had him on there, and they just kind of said, "Well, here's Spider-Man." They took like 30 seconds to cover his origin, and then
You
they
know
just
what
rolled.
happened.
Yeah, you
Continue.
know what happened. Yeah,
Here's my
but
take on it.
I was a little bit salty when they rebooted it, just because of that. They wasted the whole movie on the origin, and I was just like, no,
Okay, so here's
no,
my take on it. I like Toby because it's sentimental because I did see those when they came out into the theater.
yeah,
But looking back on them, I don't like him as Spider-Man. I do think Tom fits the role very like a glove. Um,
yeah.
but I have a soft place in my heart for Andrew.
Yeah. Like I said, I like Andrew.
Yeah.
I like him as an actor. It's just the movies never really struck a chord with me because
Well, and from a girl's perspective,
yeah,
this is a
yeah.
girl's perspective.
He's
His
dreamy.
well, he is. I do love him. I just watched Tick Tick Boom with him in it, and he has made my like list of guys. I've got Chris
Yeah.
Evans, Jake Gyllenhaal, Andrew Garfield is now on there, but no, his relationship with Emma as what's her name? Not Mary Jane.
Gwen Stacy.
Gwen Stacy. I just thought their chemistry was so much better. This is from a girl's perspective because that's
Yeah.
one of the things we really look at. Now, guys, I don't know if you're looking at that and caring anything about that part. But for me, I just like him as Spider-Man the best. Out of all three of them, I liked him.
What?
All right, let's get into 8-Bit Christmas.
All right.
All right.
But
It,
we haven't discussed. We have not discussed. You saw it on your
I
own. I
know
saw
your
it on mine.
initial opinion. but you don't know mine.
Yeah.
And I don't know the details of why your opinion is what it is.
Yeah.
It was released this year. It's rated PG. Synopsis for it is: in 1980 Chicago, a 10-year-old sets out on a quest to get the Christmas gift of his generation, the latest and greatest video game system, aka the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Dun dun dun.
Dome. Were kids that crazy about it?
Uh, I think Nintendo. Yeah, people were like pretty crazy about Nintendo, but I remember when I was about that age, the age they were in there, it was Atari, because Atari was the hot new thing, and that was like really kind of the first big commercial video game system.
Yeah.
So Atari was like earlier '80s, and then that poured over to Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was, like I said, I think people were more crazy for the Atari than the
Hmm.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
But it could have been maybe I was just a little bit older at
Which
that point.
seems odd because the Nintendo seemed so much, graphically speaking, so much more superior than the Atari. Am I wrong?
Well, no, no, you're correct. But the thing is, it's like up until that point with the Atari. I mean, if you wanted to play a video game, you had to go to an arcade, and it was like it was like Space Invaders and like Pac Man.
Yeah.
And then Atari was really the first opportunity you had to have something like that in your own house that hooked up to your TV where you didn't have to pump
Yeah.
a quarter into it. And I mean, even the home, like Pac Man, when you got it on the Atari, the graphics were like way suckier
Yeah.
than. I mean, sometimes it didn't translate so well, like when you
Yeah.
got it home. But I mean, that was the big, I would say with Atari, the hype was like that. And
Yeah.
Nintendo was still, I would say it's not as much hype. It was still a lot of hype, but I think Atari when it came out was uh much
More
more.
recognized.
Yeah, I mean it was like a, I don't want to say fad, but it was so new and fresh because you never really had anything like that before.
Oh, because the Atari did come out before the NES, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atari was like, 80,
70. Or it was
or
80s,
actually
okay.
it might have been actually 78 or 7. I think it might have been 78 or 79
Here,
when
let me look it
Atari
up.
came out.
September 1977.
77. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, I wanted for Christmas, and um I think every kid wanted was the Atari, and oh my goodness, you couldn't wait, and
Oh, I
it was
wanted
just like that.
when I was young, I wanted the PlayStation, the original when it came out. And then eventually I wanted the GameCube and I wanted the Xbox. And what happened was my dad dusted off the Atari. Said,
Yeah.
"Here, play with this."
Yeah.
Boop.
And then actually, when you go back now and you kind of play with Atari, that joystick is just like really awkward.
Mhm. Cuz it's so tall.
Yeah, and you didn't have a sturdy base; you have to hold it with one hand, so it's
Yeah.
not like, if you're at the arcade, it's like playing it on something solid, and you don't have
Oh.
to hold it. But
All right, so one more thing before we finish movie talk. I wanted to go over the top 10 toys from 1988 for Christmas.
oh goodness, okay,
We'll go
I'll
through
see
them
if I
real
remember
quick.
these.
Um, Number 10 was the Dolly Surprise. Do you remember this?
Mm-mm.
They were produced by Playskool and Hasbro in 1987 to 1990. They were a line of 10-inch dolls with hair growing abilities. When her right arm was raised up, her ponytail would magically grow over 3 inches. And then when you raised her left arm, the ponytail would go back into her head.
Okay, yeah, don't remember that one.
Go look at they have the YouTube video, the commercial ads from them. It's very weird.
Well, I like getting on YouTube and watching because they'll have like retro commercials from like the
Yeah.
'80s, right? And especially like Christmas ones. I like getting on there and watching.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can. Let me just get it real quick because it'll.
My hair is really growing. Dolly Surprise, my Dolly Surprise. Your pretty hair grows right before mine. I got to make it grow again. I can make it short again. Dolly Surprise.
I just find that a little bit disturbing.
It is kind of. I thought my head was going to explode with that high pitched.
Dolly Surprise!
Yeah.
6. Christmas comedy Trading Places is about a wager between rich men forcing a stockbroker and a homeless man to trade lives. How much is the bet for?
$1.
Yes! Booyah. Phil, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes. I hope you have a good one.
Ditto.
And I hope all our listeners out there have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season.